Welcome to NSF Forum. My name is Oluwafemi. Of course, the World Cup playoff is over, and the fallout is still spinning around in the country. And sport editors in Nigeria have asked the NFF president, Amaju Melvin Pinnick, to resign along with the board, saying that they have outlived their relevance in Nigerian football. And of course, the Nigerian Football Federation have begun the search for a new technical advisor for the Super Eagles of Nigeria. And I'm very sure that this time it will be a foreigner, an expatriate, so to say. And Kayode Ogundare is still very much in the studio. He is still reeling from the Super Eagles' failure to reach Qatar 2022 World Cup. Kayode, please, you have to take it. I have just taken it in my own stride, you know, that we won't be in Qatar in November.
I need to talk to my lawyers. I don't know where you got that impression. It's over a week, for crying out loud. The players have moved on. They have played for their clubs. The NFF has moved on. Everybody has moved on. Why should I still be mourning over a loss?
Are you sure NFF have moved on?
They have. The
$12 million largesse
went to Qatar.
I'm sure there's been plan for that $12 million largesse. So that disappointment the plan has gone down the drain now.
Went to Qatar over the weekend for the World Cup draws. Everybody's moving on. Why shouldn't I have forgotten about it? Okay,
Kayode, quickly react to the sport editors in Nigeria asking the NFF board to resign, and of course the search for a new technical, and of course also the Nigerian government have written to the NFF to explain why Nigeria failed to reach Qatar 2022 World Cup. Kayode, quickly react to this story.
It's funny actually. Let's start from the last point. What's there to explain? The simple fact is, over 2 legs we failed to defeat Ghana and we are out of the World Cup. So that's the explanation. There's nothing to react about.
But would you just give that after the federal government spent a lot of money to put in the VAR and of course to fix all the facilities at the stadium?
It happens. If we fail to do the right things, this is the kind of results we're going to get. About the sports editors, I beg to disagree with them. This NFF has a tenure that is going to elapse by September. A new body is expected to come in. They can put pressure on the NFF president not to run, or they can
for the third term.
Yeah, for another term, they can solicit for other candidates to come up. But asking him to resign, I think, is a little bit far-fetched for me, if you ask me. So I don't think it's something that we should even be discussing. And that's all. Okay, also, Super Eagles legend Daniel Amokachi has slammed the NFF for bringing a rejected dual national players who have dual nationality, into the Super Eagles of Nigeria. The game against Ghana in Abuja, 6 of them started that game, and Amokachi said they do not even know the terrain of African football. It speaks to the rot of Nigerian football. I've said this severally on this program, Femi. I said the fact that players are abroad does not automatically mean they are better than the ones that we grew from here. Nigeria, in the last 9 years, specifically from 2013 up till 2019, Nigeria have been blessed with a crop of players who have risen through the ranks under 17, under 20. How much of them have we utilized? Why are we so much in a hurry to go and look for every Ojo, every Dari, every Femi
that was born in UK or in Holland?
Or in Holland. And I keep saying something, Femi. These players, if they had the choice, they wouldn't have played for Nigeria. It is when those other countries.
I remember you said that before. That's why Amokachi said rejected players who have dual nationality.
That they remember that
there's a country called Nigeria.
Yeah. None of them. I challenge you, Femi, to mention one that had the chance to play for England and refused and preferred to come and play for Nigeria. Not one. Not one of them. But the moment they know that they don't have a future with England, with Holland, with Germany, with all of these countries, they now suddenly become overly patriotic. And because we have gullible officials, FA officials, who think that's the way to develop our football, they rush after these players, bring them here without an understanding of the issue, of the intricacies that surrounds Nigerian football. They don't know that for every game Nigeria plays against Ghana, there has never been a friendly match against Ghana. Ghanaians and Nigerians see games between them literally, figuratively, like a matter of life and death. I told you on this program, I said, before the playoffs, I said, if Nigeria had played Ghana, as woeful as we thought Ghana were at the AFCON, they wouldn't have lost the way they lost to other countries, so Nigeria.
I remember
because
you said so.
There's always motivation for them that this is Nigeria, the same way it should have been for Nigeria.
But we didn't live up to that.
Yes, because we had players who came and felt this was just another 90 minutes game. They did not understand what it is that in the DNA of Nigeria and Ghana, there is rivalry. Even ordinary good money, there is rivalry. So you can imagine the Jollof war has always been on for generations. some of these players don't even know what Nigeria and Ghana jollof tastes like.
You can see that Kayode is still very much angry
about
Super Eagles' failure to reach Qatar, and he earlier said I was going to report me to his lawyers.
Yes.
Let's quickly go on this break. We'll be back to talk about how Nigerian football players fared over the weekend in the aftermath of their failure to qualify the country for the World Cup. And of course, we'll be looking at African players, how they fared in just the past weekend. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Superfans Forum. Quickly before the break, I told you that we'll be looking at how Nigerian players fared over the weekend in the aftermath of their failure to qualify for the World Cup. I bet you some of them have not realized the consequence of not playing at the World Cup. And I remember that Jude Ojonigalo actually said that a lot of them would not know the effect of failing to qualify for the World Cup until after their careers. But that is just by the way. Kayode, let's look at excuse me, how the players fared over the weekend, particularly Watford. Roy Hodgson ensured that all Nigerian players, the three of them particularly, who came to play during the playoff, started the game from the bench. No, I meant to say only Dennis was on the bench. Ekong, Etebo were not even in the starting lineup, as well as Samuel Kalu. Yeah. Does that say anything, Kayode?
But that has always been the situation even before they came for the playoffs. How many games have they gotten this season, despite the fact that Watford are struggling? The only player who has been a little bit consistent has been Dennis all through. Etebo just came back from a recent injury. He hasn't been
for months.
And you know Ekong and the story since he came for
hasn't played for Watford since after AFCON.
Femi, there's no news there. Let's talk about news.
Okay, let's talk about Kelechi Iheanacho. Okay. He didn't get a chance to play in the second leg against Ghana in Abuja. Was on bench all through. Yeah. But against Manchester United at Old Trafford, he shone brightly.
Yeah, he scored a very wonderful
goal. Now the thing is it that the Super Eagles, the managers, do they use Iheanacho in a wrong position? Is he a number 10? Is he a striker? Is he a supporting striker? Because it seems this young lad has a lot to give, but it seems no one actually knows where to even use him.
Femi, you spot on. I think that's part of the problem that the coaches have to fashion out. Whoever is going to be the new coach going forward has to fashion out. Like I always tell you, I am not in a position to do the job of the coach for him.
Please do it this time. I remember you said so about Guavon, and unfortunately Guavon didn't take that as a serious thing. And
the last time Iheanacho played as an out-and-out striker was during the Under-17 World Cup. And he was forced to play as an out-and-out striker because at that point, what's his name?
I think Success was injured.
In the very first game of the tournament, and he started and played and he scored lots and lots of goals. So erroneously, some people just felt he is a striker. No, he is not. The best he could do in front is as a second striker, or what we call a supporting striker. Or more importantly, you play him as a... I don't even see him as a classical number 10. No, he's not. He's not that kind of... He doesn't have that kind of mobility. So I see him as a support striker mostly. He is this kind of player who always waits for the second ball. That's his speciality. He waits for the second balls, and that I think is the problem that we have. We have coaches who are fixated about where to play Iheanacho. One, then two. If Iheanacho is shining for his club and he's not doing the same for the national team, you should also take into consideration the fact that the personnel are different. The kind of players he gets to play with at Leicester and the kind of support service that they get up front are totally different from what they get
at the national team.
Then the mindset of the coaches are also very, very different. Because if you have a player who has been a top player for the past 6 years, he has been on top of his game, he has been a part of the senior national team since I think 2016 or thereabout, and you have not yet decided where his best position is all through, then I think there's a problem that we should all be taking a critical look at. Okay,
let's also look at Alex Iwobi. He missed the game against Ghana, the 2 matches because of suspension. Now, over the weekend, it was marvelous for Everton, but unfortunately, he played a part in the error that led to the winning goal against West Ham United. And Lampard came out to say that he's a very intelligent player. I think a lot of Nigerians will have a contrary opinion because a lot of people have said they say a lot of things about Alex Iwobi.
Yeah, when he started out with Nigeria, I think in 2017, in the run-up to the
2018 World Cup,
I made a proclamation. I said in the next few years, Alex Iwobi is going to be our most important player. He has not lived up to that billing, unfortunately.
That was, I say, a lot of Nigerians will not agree with Lampard.
Because, again, like I said, what drives these players when they play for their club and when they come to the national team are two different parallel lines. The motivation they have playing in front of their employers, those who pay their wages, is different from the way they exert themselves when they come to play for Nigeria. The kind of formations in which they play. Again, like Iheanacho, we have not decided the best position for Iwobi. Sometimes he plays as a number 8, sometimes he plays as a number 10.
Sometimes he plays as a winger.
And sometimes they play him as a winger. And you ask yourself, where is his best position? As a coach, you should talk to the player. I remember Carlo Ancelotti actually sitting him down once to ask him, where is your best position? Let's start from that point. Where is your best position? That, I think, is we should be having this kind of conversations with these players. I mean the coaches, and not me, not you as an analyst. I'm talking about the coaches, because if everybody is going to help you to do your job well, you should take them into consideration. That's what we should be doing. And again, like I said, the coach now, the new coach, whoever is going to be, must sit down with Iwobi, sit down with Iheanacho, and decide where best to play these players. And if you think they've outlived their usefulness in the national team, just ship them out.
Frank Onyeka was injured in the second leg of the playoff in Abuja, and of course he was missing in Brentford's maybe the most shocking result of the week in the Premier League. You know, they went to Stamford Bridge and they destroyed the bridge like what we are seeing in Ukraine. Now let's look at Semi Ajayi. He's improved a lot since AFCON. Before the AFCON, he found game time very difficult to combat West Brom, but since then, Kayode, he's played 10 straight games. He started all and played full 90 minutes for West Brom. And over the weekend, they lost narrowly to Birmingham, and he was in the thick of action for West Brom. Yeah,
see, the thing about Semi Ajayi is that last season, he played well for them, even though they had to go back to the championship. Yeah. The season before, he was one of their most outstanding players when they on their way to promotion to the Premier League. And now he has found his purpose again in the team. I think, for me, he's one of our best central defenders today. Unfortunately, the Super Eagles handlers do not rate him that highly. And they play because you want them to crash the Oyinbo wall. No, because they are. You want us to crash the Oyinbo wall. Because they are comfortable with what they are familiar with, and sometimes the familiar is not beneficial all the time. Now we've seen cracks in that wall, and I think we should be looking at alternatives, which we are not doing yet. So Semi, for me, is one of our best players at the moment. Kayode, Paul Onuachu was not in Augustine Gabon's 25-man list for the playoff against Ghana, but he has to be a man of the week. He scored a hat-trick against Eupen over the weekend, and the second of the season and the third for Genk. Kayode, a lot of people are still asking, then why did Iguavon not include Onuachu? Paul's stats this season have been crazy. He has scored 21 goals in 33 games. Although he's 19 still, alone in the league. In the league, 19. He still falls short of the 33 he scored last season. Yeah. But he's going somewhere. Yeah. And he has shown over time that he is a good scorer of great goals. And for me, again, the problem is about utilization. Where do you play Paul Onuachu? Where does he play in Genk that he has made him so productive? Those are little things that we should be looking at. How do you fit him into our system? And you know the most. But sorry, Kayode, when we now have array of managers, of coaches in the Super Eagles, we have Iguavon, you have Amunike, you have Joseph Yobo, you have Paul Onuachu. Then what is actually their job? Before they were sacked? Last time, or was it that they resigned? I talked about the danger of linear thinking. Femi, when you are thinking one direction, one way. That's the problem we have with the national team. These people have a one-way traffic thinking. They should be looking at what are the factors that make Onuachu very, very productive in his club, and he hasn't been given the chance. See, there's a difference between giving him a chance in the national team and him not performing, and not even giving him at all. They've not been giving this young man a chance to prove whether he's good or not. Fine, the way we set up will make him not to be as productive as he is. But you know what? You play to the strength of your players. If playing from the wings will make him score the goals for us, then you play from the wings. It's not as if we are lacking players who can play from the wings. Imagine if we had him on the pitch against Ghana over 2 legs and we played from the wings, definitely maybe we could have gotten a goal or 2. But when you refuse to think outside the box, we get the kind of results that we are getting. For me, Onuachu is our player of the week. No doubt about that. Scoring 3 goals, hat-trick, your second of the season.
Of the season. And 19 goals already.
In the league alone.
In the league alone.
He has scored 21. And that also speaks to why I think he has outgrown Genk.
A lot of people have said after this season, it is time for you to move to a tougher league and just go there and prove yourself.
If he doesn't get to leave Genk at the end of the season, he should sack his manager.
So you expect him to get a better club?
He should get a better club.
When Kayode speaks, please listen.
He should.
Let's talk about Moses Simon, our own Lionel Messi, like a lot of people said. People said Moses has taken himself to the level of Lionel Messi. And over the 2 legs of the playoff, it wasn't impressive for the Super Eagles. And strangely, over the weekend, he was on bench all through the 90 minutes. They recorded a 2-3 away win to Clermont Foot. He was on the bench. And Terry Murphy, Laurent got walloped 5-1 by PSG, but he got the consolation. And I think Bonke was not in that game, Innocent Bonke, because of the injury he sustained in the first leg of the playoff against Ghana.
Yeah, for me, see, the problem with Simon is that he tends to take on much more than he can chew. So, and that's why he gets easily overwhelmed. He's a very good, very skillful player, but then he needs to tone it down a little bit. You cannot do everything at once. You can just do your best. Tend to play as part of a unit. No, this is not table tennis.
It's not an individual sport.
No, it's not. It's a team game. You have to play with your play. No matter how much you think you can dribble, and he's not even the best dribbler out there. You have to think about your team, play with them, bring them into the game as much as you can, get into the game as much as you can.
Or maybe that tells us maybe the club knows how to get the better of him compared to the national team, because he's been very crucial for a month this season.
There be an indictment on the national team selectors.
But you've pointed a lot of scenarios that actually come out to be true, Kayode.
Tell me, I'm getting tired of this, because it's like everything boils down to the managers not doing enough with these players. See, I admit one thing. There's a limit to what the national team coaches can do with players who get to camp 3-4 days to a game. So there's nothing. In fact, the national team is not where you teach players how to play. Let's agree on that. Because you
expected that you must have done that at your club, at the club level.
What you need is you bring the players together, fashion out a strategy to win games. And that means giving the players their best shot, playing them in their best positions, in their positions of strength. And when you are not able to do that, there's little you can do. Even Mourinho knows his limitations. Probably that's why he's running away from national team games. Because there's little you can do. You can get a player for 3-4 days, except for tournaments when you get them for 2 weeks. And what exactly can you do? Look at Otuado now.
I was going to mention
look at Otuado. What did he do? He just played to the strength of his players. Team. That's all.
He got the job later than Augustine Guavon, and he was still able to get the best out of the players available to him.
You could see an understanding of what was necessary to do. That, okay, you know what? We need to get through these Nigerians. What do? We are blunt in attack, but we have a very rich midfield. Let us use our midfield to outmaneuver them, and that's exactly what they did.
Okay, let's quickly go on this very brief break. We're about to talk about Maduka Okoye. He's back in Nashua. Remember that he missed the 2-legged playoff against the Black Stars of Ghana for the Qatar 2022 World Cup because of the flu, and some people are saying that he actually had COVID, but he's been named a goalkeeper of the month for the month of March in the Dutch Eredivisie. We'll be back to talk about that. Please stay with us. Welcome back, and it's still Nigeria Super Fans Forum. Kayode, in the Dutch League, Maduka Okoye last month against Vitesse, he made 9 saves, including a penalty, and he helped the team to clip a clean sheet. And in the league, they felt that, come on, this is worth celebrating, and he was given the Goalkeeper of the Month award.
Good luck to him. We missed him at the playoffs.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, a lot of Nigerians still play back what happened at the AFCON.
And what happened to the substitute at the playoffs?
Okay. Kadi, let's go to the World Cup draw before we go to how other African players fared over the weekend. Kayode, Group A, we have Ghana. We have Senegal, Qatar, Ecuador, and Netherlands. And in Group F, we have Spain, we have Germany, we have Japan. Sorry, Group F, we have Belgium, Canada, Morocco, and Croatia. And in Group G, we have Brazil, Serbia, Switzerland, Cameroon. And Group H, the last group, we have Portugal, Ghana, Uruguay, and Korea Republic. That should have been Nigeria's group. Kadi, what's your impression?
Well, unfortunately, it's so I think all the groups, there are 2 or 3 groups where there are 3 teams who are evenly matched. So I am not going to accurately say the African teams are not going to do well. We are going to support them. We want them to do well. We're going to look at these groups in details
subsequently.
Yes. Then I am very, very much interested in the Ghana group.
Why?
because we are going to see a replay of the Ghana Uruguay
at the 2010 World Cup.
It's been 12 years coming. It's been 12 years coming, and I can't wait for that.
You mean Ghanaians are still carrying that grudge?
Of course, all Africans should, because I believe although the referee made the right call.
But it wasn't our fault that somewhere Gandhi combined.
No. Listen, I said the referee made the right call, giving a penalty
and giving Suarez a red card.
A red card. That was the right call to make. Although unfortunately, Asamoah lost the penalty, which could have taken Ghana
to the
semi-final. But that's a rematch that everybody's looking forward to, every African, not only Ghanaians.
Okay, Kadi, very quickly, 30 seconds in your head, please replace Ghana with Nigeria. How do you think we will have fared in this group?
Well, probably the same way Ghana would have fared.
Okay, Kadi, let's go to how other African players fared over the weekend. Let's look at Liverpool, Salah and Mane, again, helping Liverpool to continue to push against Manchester City for the title. Well, they've put behind them the heartache of the AFCON, particularly for Salah. And now, especially now that the Premier League is in the home stretch, everybody wants to do as much as they can. Like I said, the title is still Man City's to lose. If they lose it, it will be because they have lost it, not because Liverpool. All Liverpool can do at this stage is to keep on winning and ensure City falters and pray. Maybe go to the mountain, pray. That City, but the Africans at Liverpool, they are really representing. Don't forget, apart from Mane, Sane, there's still Naby Keita, and it's also an integral part of the team. They are doing well, and hopefully they can bring in the next Premier League title for Africa. Okay, over the weekend we talked about that earlier. PSG walloped Lorraine 5-1, and you had Ashraf Hakimi of Morocco, and also Gay for Senegal. Yes. Sometimes, Carl, it reminds you of why some of these countries are doing well, because they have players playing very well regularly at big clubs in Europe. Yeah, and they are also representing well, because don't forget one thing I always told you, Femi. If you're not doing well, the average European... But if you're not even doing well, would you even be at the club in the first instance? That's what I'm saying. The average European is an art taskmaster. If you're not doing well, he will not be featuring. He will not be paying you that kind of money. So these players have already... They've already put themselves in a position where you cannot ignore them. So if you're doing well, it's easy for you to make the grades. So playing for PSG with the kind of stars that they have is not my mind. Okay, let's talk about Koulibaly. Of course, we can't but talk about it. They went away to Atalanta, and they got that victory, even without Osimhen. Kaude is still the same thing. He's the captain of the Senegalese national team, of course, for Napoli, and he's carrying the burden of the team. I think he's one of the best center backs in the world at the moment. I think a lot of Manchester United, they wouldn't be happy with that. Yeah, it's a reality though. They were supposed to get Koulibaly, but they went to get the... That has not changed anything. It is what it is. Well, people got him for less. And I think whoever made that deal possible for Harry Maguire to come, I'm not going to curse him. I'm not going to pray for him either. I'm not going to pray for him either. Because for me, I saw a short clip of a video over the weekend, and I shook my head. Why? Who has inflicted this curse on Man United? Okay, last week, Alexander Jiku. Yes. And Dani Amate, there are two persons I'm sure Victor Osimhen will not forget in a long time. Yes. They shackled him in the both legs of the playoff over the weekend. Though Amate came in as a substitute in the draw against Manchester United, but Alexander Jiku again regular for Strasbourg, and they won 1-0. I think
what this playoff has done is to actually shine the spotlight on the young man. He has been a standout player all season, but we didn't get to notice him until this playoff. I've followed him for a while, and I tell you, he's one very intelligent player. Where he complements Amate in very many ways. Where Amate is all about brains, he's about brains. He uses his finesse to clear danger, and his sense of anticipation is top notch. So for me, I think Ghana has a jewel in that guy. So I can't wait to see him at the World Cup. So
are you giving Ghana a chance to qualify from Group F, from Group H, right?
As it is now, every one of those 32 teams has an equal chance of going through. Everyone has an equal chance, or else they won't be going to the World Cup in Qatar. So I'm not going to rule out anybody yet. But leading to the World Cup, when we do our analysis, we'll look at the realistic chances of each team.
I like that, realistic chances
of each team. But now, in theory, every one of those 32 has a chance of winning the cup. Everyone has a chance of winning the cup. But later on, as we go in as we do the countdown, we get to talk about the brass tacks, look at their realistic chances, and I tell you, Africa will be well represented.
Kadi, once again, thanks for coming through on the show.
It's a pleasure.
And please, let's move on from the Super Eagles.
I have moved on, Femi. You should move on.
But the way you spoke earlier,
Femi,
still, if you saw Amaju Pinnick now, I don't know what you will tell him.
I'm not going to tell him anything. I will tell him.
Congratulations, sir.
Well done, sir.
Okay, like Fau's,
like
Fau's voice.
Well done, sir.
Okay, that is the size of the program today. So henceforth, like I said earlier, that the playoffs are over now. So we'll be dedicating the program to African footballers, African players in any part of the world. We'll bring them to you. And please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And they should keep the comments coming.
Of course, please keep your comment coming. You guys have been fantastic. You have been wonderful. And regarding the Super Eagles situation, I'm talking about the NFF. Whatever happens, you know that you will get the first news as soon as it breaks on this platform. I remain Oluwafemi Ashaolu. Keep enjoying yourself. Bye for now.